All these rumors are fun to talk about. And Red Bull hasn't blown up yet.
Alex Albon's birthday, and his gift, Logan Sargent's car.
With the drain covers, why is this such a big issue?
That's what I'm saying. Alonso more and more is looking like Aaron Rodgers.
He's geriatric. We just kind of want him for merit mark.
You cannot win a constructor's battle when your second driver is not performing.
Grab your popcorn, folks. Things are getting crazy.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Lights Out Latest. My name is Marina. I'm here with Christina, Sydney, and Chasen. And guys, Brazil delivered again.
Yeah.
Or maybe that was
not
just
for me.
I had a good weekend, mostly.
I mean, Sydney was struggling, so was
I
Jason.
was hella struggling.
I was struggling a little bit. Not a lot, just a
we
little.
had F1 class today, and Ayan kept looking at me and being like, "Go ahead, gloat," but what do you want from me? You know, like.
Hey,
I mean, Norris is pulling away in the championship.
I was like, Lando had a good weekend too, guys.
So.
I wanted Charles' bad luck to not appear for once, but you know, whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, what can you do? Yeah, I mean, that's the first piece of the news. Wait, hold on, time out. Where am I echoing?
Ooh.
Is everyone's
I hear
volume
it.
all the way down?
Yeah.
Sydney, are you muted? Is your
Yeah.
computer muted?
Yeah.
Where's the echo coming from then? But you hear it, right?
Are you muted?
Not
I don't
More.
hear it anymore, but I did hear it.
I don't know.
I'm
Do you
just
hear
gonna-
it now?
No, I don't
No.
hear it anymore.
It was when
Okay.
you were talking.
It was only when I was talking.
I
But
don't know.
mine is muted. Okay, I don't hear it anymore. Hopefully it went away. But I'll just make a rough cut, so don't worry about it. We'll just keep going.
Okay.
What were you talking about?
Charles
got engaged!
See, I mean, that's a great segue into the first headline because, I was in Target and Christina goes, "Oh my God, did you see the news?" And
That wasn't my wording, but
okay,
yeah.
something along those lines in the group chat, and I was like,
And we all open up
we all
Instagram,
opened Instagram
immediately.
simultaneously, and I was
got
like,
engaged!
the cutest thing for me
So
was
perfect.
the collar. It
With
says,
the
"Dad
Leo.
wants to marry you."
So
Mom said yes. The
cute.
cookie.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was adorable.
so cute.
I think
I was like, guys, this is the royal wedding of the century. I was literally like,
Oh,
I don't know how to
absolutely.
process this. I was so happy. I was just kind of pacing around the apartment, like, what do I do now? I have homework, but oh my gosh, this is
I
amazing.
texted my mom right away.
I did too. I texted my mom. I texted my grandma. I texted everybody. I was like, guys, this is you know what's funny is I don't think I expected him to get engaged before. First. I expected either George or Carmen or Kelly or Max.
I think the best thing is now he's playing matchmaker for
He
everyone
wants
else. He's
Pierre
trying
and
to
he
get
wants
everybody.
Pierre.
Not even matchmaker. He's just like, hey guys, ring, your turn.
Did you see he was going up to the fan stage and doing the ring thing?
He's like, look, I
He's
got
like,
engaged.
I got engaged. He
He's
doesn't even
like-
have a ring.
See, well, he gave his ring to Pierre. Pierre's next.
I
It
know.
was so funny.
I loved that question in the press conference. He's like, who do you think is next? And Leclerc was like, it better be Pierre because we grew up together. We're besties. It would be so cool to have
Not a dual
weddings.
wedding, though. Not a dual wedding.
I don't think it'd be a
They
dual
would
wedding,
never
but
do a
they
dual
would
wedding.
never.
but it could be a double header,
Yeah.
back-to-back weekends or back-to-back days, and then they go on their honeymoons together.
Well, it's
I
either going to
can't
be
wait to see their
during
wedding.
next winter break or next
Summer.
most likely.
I think it's more likely to be next winter break
I know they've
I
been
can't
spending
wait
the
to see
past couple winters in Mexico.
because the summer is
I could also
short.
see them doing a two type of wedding where who was it? It was one of the Jonas Brothers with it was
Priyanka.
Yes,
Nick and
it was
Priyanka
Nick
did
and
the
Priyanka.
India.
I could see them doing a Mexico Monaco type of
Or
situation.
even his older brother
I could see them doing
Lorenzo
that.
and Charlotte. They got legally
love
married
them.
in Monaco, had a small thing with family,
yeah,
and then had a big wedding in Italy.
When do you
Yeah.
think they actually got engaged?
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was for
Easily.
sure in October,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I think it was a very several days before.
Before Austin. Before Coda.
Yeah,
'Cause he
for
went-
sure.
Yeah.
But God, that's a big ring to hide.
I think that's
Big ring.
half a $500,000 ring.
They said it was.
Yeah. It was confirmed.
They confirmed?
I'm
That was
pretty
confirmed
sure.
because I saw
some person who's specializes in jewelry was
I saw
I love the
Canal
jokes.
Plus talk about it, but I didn't.
I love the jokes that Charles.
I love how
where
Jason's
were you
sitting there
on the
I don't
19th?
care.
Did you steal that from the Louvre? Or the TikToks where everyone's playing the Justin Bieber song. That should be me.
500,000.
I think my
react.
microphone is down.
525,000 estimated cost.
I did have comments.
I was making jokes about how he's not commenting anything and his microphone just wasn't working.
Oh,
yeah.
That's funny.
What are your comments?
What are your
there's a couple
thoughts?
things. Leading off, didn't you call him a homie hopper in the past?
Me? Yeah, I did. But he was.
He kind of was.
He was, because they've only
Valid.
been dating for what, a year and a half?
It's been like 2.5
Two?
years.
2.5-ish.
Two and a half,
Because the
three.
last time
close
he
to
broke,
3.
we covered on this podcast when
It
he
was
broke up.
December of 21.
his
It was after Abu
ex-girlfriend.
Dhabi of 2021. Well, it was before, but her last appearance was December 2021.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, 22, 23 season. And then, no. Has it?
Alex
It
made
was
her
sooner
first,
than that. It was
Alex
sooner
made
than
her
that.
first debut
In
in like
23.
summer of 23.
Okay,
But
so
of course
maybe.
they were dating before
but
that. You
they
don't
grew-
make your first.
But okay, so
yeah.
wait, so then they broke up in 22.
That sounds
Yeah,
more
that makes
right.
more sense. So they
Charlotte?
he broke up with Charlotte in December or November of 2022.
I wasn't following F1 back then, but my brain wants to say it was in like 21.
I thought it was originally, but it wasn't that long between because that was part of the reason we called him a homie hopper, because it was like 6 months later she surfaces in the paddock. They were good friends.
Yeah.
In
And
fact-
that's why
In
there was
fact,
a whole thing
Charles's
that people
girlfriend
didn't like her.
before Charlotte was also in that friend group.
That's why people didn't like her at first.
See, and then when
Yeah.
they got a dog, people were like, "Oh, so he just gets a dog with every girlfriend?" And we were like, "Guys, no, he has not gotten a dog with every girlfriend. His girlfriends
Not
have had dogs.
this dog.
Yeah,
They got a dog together.
but
I'm happy for them. That's
I
all
am
I know.
too.
This
I think
is the
that's
royal
like
wedding
moral
of the
of the
century
story.
for me.
F1's royal wedding is happening. Moving on, I want to talk briefly about Franco. I want to know how you feel, Christina, about the fact that it's Franco and not Paul.
I'm not surprised. I'm sad and relieved because that means Paul does not have to worry about his career ending at Alpine because they put him in the car and then decide to take him out after 5 races. Sorry, Jack. But they are saying Flavio has confirmed he is at least a reserve for 1 or 2 more years at least.
Yeah.
So he's still got a chance. He's still got a place in F1. He's not jobless, and that means I still get to see him on the internet, and it's great.
I'm just shocked they even renewed Franco for 26 in the first place.
I am too.
I
mean,
don't
he
see the
hasn't-
performance benefits, but I also
It's the
don't,
money.
I
It
don't see a
is.
backup.
It is. He's
Yeah,
he's like
it's the
he's the
income that he
same performance
produces.
level as Jack doing, but he
Yeah.
probably brings more sponsor
He
money.
brings
so
in more
that's it.
sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think he's easier to control too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think he has a good fan base.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, firstly in Argentina, but also just
They-
because he's kind of in that same realm of like it, to me at least, of like the youngins, like Kimmy, like they're very young, they're very juvenile, like
He's very
very
anti-media
innocent,
trained.
not media trained, like that whole like vibe
I feel
that
like they
people
haven't
like.
been producing on that though lately. I feel like they really did, especially in the beginning. But I said it before, like they haven't been like capitalizing.
Yeah,
on
like
that lately.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna be surprised if Paul got the seat because most of the TikToks and like stuff and all the Instagram posts have been like Pierre and Paul. It's
Interesting,
been
I
a
didn't
lot
know
of
that.
like Paul. He's the reserve, so yeah, he has more time to do media.
Yeah.
But he's been doing way more media, at least that I've been seeing, than Franco. Like I see Franco and I go, oh my gosh, Franco, you're doing Alpine media. But I see Pierre and I'm like, yeah, that happens. And I see Paul, I'm like, yeah, he does the Alpine media. It's like,
Yeah.
so I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if this was how they were waning their way in
It's
to
like-
introducing everyone in Alpine to Paul.
It's like when you saw Mick doing all the Mercedes stuff.
Yeah.
And then when he got kicked, you were like,
Like what?
Well, what
Okay.
happens to Jack doing?
He's still there. He's been at the paddock.
He's doing,
he
like,
was in
sim
the paddock
stuff.
this weekend with Alpine still.
Did Jack not sign a contract?
Is he promoted to
Isn't he
fan?
doing, like,
No.
sim-
No.
isn't he doing like sim stuff?
I thought who signed a contract with like Super Formula,
Don't
that
ask
does
me.
sound familiar with Jack.
right? It sounds vaguely familiar.
The only one I know is Roman Grosjean will be the IMSA 24-hour Daytona.
I did hear about that.
I did not hear about that. We were
Oh,
talking about
he's
him in
ex-
class.
oh,
today.
He's
it's
going
not
to be doing it
confirmed.
in a GT
But
car.
he's
He's
linked.
exploring the potential to move to the Japanese Super Formula Championship for the 2026
That's why I
season.
remember
Gotcha.
that. Yeah.
I see.
So, I mean, I think that would be a good option for him. I know that they were talking about, and this kind of segues into one of the other topics that I wanted to bring up, was Max was on the Pelas Pistas podcast, which is a very well-known Brazilian motorsports podcast that hosted by Christian Fittipaldi and Nelson Piquet Jr. And they were talking about Super Formula, and Max was saying, like, if it wasn't all the way in Japan, Like, it's a great series. It's better than Formula 3 for sure. Those guys are really, really good and they're really quick. It's just they're in Japan. Like, they can't take advantage of a lot of the opportunities that surface in Europe and other, like, the main motorsports hub, I guess, because they're so far away.
Yeah.
But it is a great series, so I'd be interested to see. Speaking of that podcast, though, not Gabby telling a story and confirming that he started on mediums in Mexico because Max told him
That's
to.
so funny.
They went to dinner Saturday after qualifying, and they were talking about the race, and Max said, start on mediums. Then they're at the grid, and then GP's telling Max, like, everyone's on softs, and he goes, fuck, we're either the smartest people in the room or we're so screwed. And they ended up lucking out. They both had great races and finished well. But I thought that was really
He's
funny.
got to support his little ducklings.
My
It's so
dad
funny.
called me that night, and he goes, I don't understand why Max is, like, discussing racing stuff with other drivers.
Because
I said,
he's their baby.
because
He's
because
got
it's
his little
mama.
ducklings.
And he's also not
mama.
racing
He's
them.
got his ducklings.
Yeah, fair.
He's got to
So
help
fair.
his
Straight up.
children.
Because
Like, he's
they're
not
not
going to
the
go to
ones
Charles
competing
Leclerc.
them.
Yeah, he's not going to go to Charles Leclerc and say, buddy, start up mediums. But he'll mosey on
Go to
over
Gabby.
to Gabby.
No,
Yeah.
he's got to help his
Or
children.
Ollie.
Speaking
Maybe
of
not
Gabby,
Kimmy.
he found the wall very easily this weekend.
That was rough.
Twice.
Yeah.
Was
That
so
was
rough. At home,
Yeah.
I
Dude,
think honestly he was just trying to do too much. And I think
I-
Seb said this in the paddock, or someone did, of like he was trying so hard to be so good for them.
Yeah, well, they
that
put
he
so
just
much
overdid it.
pressure
I
on
think
your
we
home race.
see
There's
it.
that such high expectation that it's
Yeah.
like
especially
you're
from
trying to
Brazil.
do that.
Truly is, I feel like, the home race curse, and I think we've been seeing it so much, especially in the past few years. Like,
Yeah.
especially with the rookies.
Oh yeah.
Like, it was just so hard. But also, thank God for the safety of these cars anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Like,
God,
if you had
yeah.
that race even a couple years ago in that type of crash, like, not even in the rain, thank God. But
Yeah.
that
I mean,
could've
we
killed
were
them.
watching
I mean-
in F1 class today. We were watching the Joe Guan Yu crash in Silverstone, and kind of talking about like the Survivor Cell and the Halo and the Grosjean crash in Secure. And so
Yeah.
they're just it's so incredible. Like what F1 tech has evolved to now, of like we can have that the first impact with the wall, I don't know, but the second impact with the wall was 57 Gs. Or
I literally
53
watched
Gs.
him jump in the air. His
Yeah.
car
The whole
flew.
car
He
was
literally flew.
flying.
He
He
flew
flew
into
into
the
the
wall
wall.
twice.
Yeah.
And he made it. I mean, his car was totaled. All that was left pretty much was the survival cell. Like,
I mean,
it was totaled.
It is tragic, but everyone's always like, when people see the rookies crash, they go, oh, they start questioning the rookies. And I go, guys, on
They're
average,
just a rookie.
there
Yeah.
is,
There is a wreck.
on average, rookies crash at least 6 races in their rookie season.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've said this before on the pod. Like, I saw a stat once that the rookies crash, a rookie on average in F1 crashes 6 times in their rookie season. So
That's like when
most of
Stroll
these
started.
drivers are doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They're
everybody
not
would be
crashing
like,
that
oh,
often.
he's just strolling into the wall, and he goes for a stroll.
But also, you gotta like
Like-
consider this also wasn't like this isn't
not an
an
easy
easy track.
No.
And this also wasn't like
It was a wet
great.
sprint.
This is granted, this wasn't like great conditions. Like
Yeah.
Brazil is
Ultimately,
rough
It was
every
like
year.
intermediate. It was in between wet and
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, he just found the white line.
Exactly. And they were struggling with that all weekend, as we saw when 3 cars put it into
I
the
mean, yeah,
same
speaking of the
place,
sprint,
one,
same-
two,
over
three.
and over and over again.
That was crazy.
It was Oscar, Nico, and Franco all in the same corner on the same lap. And of course, they had a red flag because they were like,
So
there's
crazy.
3
There's
cars
3 cars.
here.
Same corner. Yeah.
Yeah. I
within
mean,
like 20 feet of each other.
Yep.
they
At
they-
least nobody had to decide between Oscar and the wall.
Oof.
I am so disappointed, genuinely,
And me?
in Oscar.
That was
It was a rough weekend for him.
It was a rough. It's been a rough
couple races.
couple races. I mean,
Yeah.
he's crashed on 2 of the last 3.
The
Every
Yeah.
sprint race
disaster.
since the summer break, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but there's only been 2 sprint races since the
Right,
summer
but
break.
still.
But yes.
Every
2 for
sprint race,
2.
every sprint race since the summer break.
He's 2 for 2 on
He's-
not finishing the sprint race.
He's 2 out of 6. 1/3.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
a lot of sprint races to not finish. To be fair, because that's 16 points in Lando's favor. That's
Yes.
like easy points, easy money. Well, actually, I take that back. That's 8 points because they took each other out in Coda.
Yeah. I was like, it was an incident, guys.
No, it was just an incident.
And that was crazy to watch.
So what does this mean? I mean, we're probably gonna get deeper.
I was gonna say
but,
I don't want to I don't want to talk about this now, but we can. I mean, it's 24 points.
And there's 3 more races now.
And I'm a happy camper.
No, was there one more sprint?
There's one more.
One more.
So all right, so that factors into it a little bit. I mean, but the same thing could happen in Lando. I mean, Lando, he was very friendly with the wall last year in Las Vegas. So
Anything
it
can
could
still happen.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of Lando, not related to walls, but I enjoyed the driver's parade because
That was
Lando.
so
Oh my God, it was
no,
so
hold
funny.
on. Lando streamed. He randomly 5 minutes into the driver's parade after they got in the cars, he opened up Twitch and started live streaming the driver's parade from the McLaren car after
Wow.
they picked up Fernando, and it was amazing.
That
I loved it.
Chaos
It
was
was
equivalent to
such
the Lego
chaos.
cars,
Lego car.
and they so need that, especially this late in the
Yeah,
season,
'cause-
because I think they need that to relieve. Like,
Who crashed? Mercedes.
Who
Mercedes.
didn't like?
And Kimmy lost his hat. Kimmy
Yeah.
left
No,
his cap.
George had his hat.
Kimmy.
Yes, George had Kimmy's hat.
Oh, did he really?
I watched
why does
Kimmy
he
go, I
always, like,
lost my hat.
throwing
I
their
need my hat.
hats?
It's in the car. And George hands it to him. He was like, yay, we lost the car, but I got my hat.
the video
But
of
then, so it was-
Alex and Carlos running.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell?
Oh, it's like
It's
on
the Mac.
It's like
the
on
Mac
like
thing.
FaceTimes you do like
On
thumbs up.
FaceTime. Now it's
hell
not
is
going
Oh,
to show up.
mine's turned off. That's why.
I
But
think
how
mine
did
is
I
too.
I don't know if
But
the
how
Mac
did I get
has it.
balloons?
The Mac doesn't have it. Oh, it says I could add it. It
Yeah, mine's
detected it.
turned
It's
off.
like, oh, do you want to add hand gestures?
Please don't.
Like, okay, a thumbs up is one thing. Like, but
How did it?
I guess if you put both hands up, like surprise.
No, I
it'll,
think
like,
I
do
think
it.
this is the balloons. I've
This
done it
one?
before. There's also fireworks you can do. You can do hearts. You can do thumbs downs.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
but how did she even
Yeah,
trigger
do
it?
thumbs up. Do thumbs up.
wait,
You have to hold it for like a certain amount of time sometimes.
I don't know.
Okay, back to
Back to what you were trying. What were you saying?
I don't even know.
we were talking about the parade. I know VCarb
Oh,
ran out
yeah.
of gas and Haas had to push them back.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But I think, Sydney was saying, we need the chaos. Like,
You
they
need the
have
fun
fun.
stuff
They have
before-
fun. We have fun. It's like, there's just, like, the ones where
They
it's
also
just
hate the
like,
boring ones.
They hate the boring ones.
Yeah.
Like, we hate the boring ones. I mean,
Oh,
we get more drivers.
Carlos and Alex. That's what I was.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Carlos and Alex. I
Dude,
watched
I was
that
so
TikTok. He
careful.
literally pulls on his like hoodie,
They're, like, pulling
and he's like,
each other.
"No."
No, and then they got in the car, and Alex, like, drove around
Yeah, because it was
on the
the
start finish rate.
it was the one you realized that only one of you gets to drive was
Yeah.
the caption, and they were just like, "No."
Yep.
Can we also, since we're on the social media side of things, can we talk about the fact that F1 hopped on the Mama Bear trend and literally posted Kimmy on the podium with Max saying on the podium with his mama?
Oh, I didn't see
I
that.
saw
Yeah.
that.
I was
Oh.
like, this is mainstream
Wait.
now?
Wait, do you know what's surprising? I don't think F1 ever hopped on the 6-7 trend.
No, but
No.
they did the where they're back to McLaren did that when they're back to
That was
back.
horrible.
And they
that was
sucked at
horrible.
it.
They didn't even make
They
them
didn't
sing.
make them sing.
Everyone in the captions is like, "VCarb, we're waiting for you
V-Carb
to be
needs
better."
do it, and they
Like-
so will.
Like all
Wait.
like in the US, all football teams, all college football teams, and my favorite is like Ole Miss was ranked 7th in the USA Today poll and 6th in
Oh
the
my
AP
gosh.
poll. Nobody pays attention to USA Today poll, but guess what?
A people.
They
6-7.
made sure to post the USA
Whoa.
Today poll then, and they were 6 and 7.
I'm just, I am surprised they didn't.
Yeah,
or like if there
especially
was a
being an
battle
American
between,
media company, like
if there was a battle between 6th and 7th, like I wouldn't have been
that would've
surprised.
been-
Like
the
would've been
NFL.
priceless.
Has anybody seen this? The NFL produced a whole commercial. Search up the NFL 6-7 commercial. It's a
6-7 was the word of the year.
yeah. It's a whole
It
commercial.
can't be the word of the year.
It's two numbers,
it's
but
a-
it's the word of the year.
It's a whole commercial with the song and the players like celebrating 6-7. Like look at I was watching, Thursday Night Football, and it was like on 3 times during the broadcast.
They also did the like one where you can you can't see what the other person has.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Which they also it was pretty funny because it went exactly the way you would expect it to. Where the other one, Orlando wasn't lying
if you want to
and
look,
Oscar was, and
That
they
was set up
thought the other-
perfectly.
It was great.
if you want to
Yeah.
look back at some good ones, there's a lot of good
Okay,
ones between
I
Sainz and Lando.
can't find the
Yeah.
Max
Yeah.
yeah.
Kimmy post.
The F1.
Mm-hmm.
On TikTok?
Oh, it's on TikTok.
Yeah, I don't think they
Wait.
posted on
Give me
Instagram.
a second.
On the
Find it.
talk.
But they did post it on TikTok. I saw
Okay, but
this.
also their TikToks are always more unhinged than their
They
Instagram.
literally posted a driver's parade core video.
Yeah. They do more unhingedness on their TikTok than
But
their
also,
Instagram because their Instagram
Their
is more
demographics,
businessy.
I was going to say their demographics
Yeah.
on Instagram are also younger,
Oh my god, they're so.
as they should be.
They're
Because
so.
TikTok is a younger demographic. I'm very curious what F1 TikTok's going to look like in however many weeks when F1, like when US TikTok becomes US TikTok and
Wait.
the rest of the world becomes global TikTok.
What?
Did you guys not know this? We'll get into this after. But for people that don't know, US is going to have its exclusive TikTok app, and the rest of the globe is going to have global
No,
TikTok.
all of my TikToks are international.
Here,
Wait, does that mean you can't view British
Yeah.
TikTok anymore?
potentially. We don't know yet.
I didn't think it
Guys,
worked like that.
Over half of my For You page is like the French and the Italians and the Canadians.
We're going to find out.
And the British.
We're going to find out. But for now, the speculation is that we will not be able to see international
How
stuff.
am I supposed to get? How am I
Well,
supposed to keep up?
100% international people won't be able to
How
see
am
it.
I
Okay, let's get back
supposed to
to the
get
F1.
Russian propaganda
Rita, look what you
fed
started.
straight into my eyes?
How am I supposed to get my British news?
Oh my god. Look
LOL.
what we started.
Look what we started.
No,
Anyways,
I'm actually upset. Back
speaking
to F1,
of media,
please.
can we go back and finish the headlines before we like continue with the race? Is that fair? Okay.
Yeah.
Lewis revealed to the media that his Ferrari contract is actually pretty long and insinuated or indicated that it doesn't expire till at least 28.
I don't like it.
Oh no.
I don't like this.
Oh, no.
I don't. No.
Oh, no.
I was
don't-
hoping it ended in 26.
I think everybody thought it was a 1+1
think-
deal.
Poor Ollie.
Latest, I think latest it should have been 27. Latest
Because
at most.
because the way he phrased it was he was like, yeah, because we don't usually. They asked him something about contract. He was like, usually we don't start negotiating a contract until the year before it's up. So like if it's up at the end of 27, at the beginning of the 27 season, like that's when they'll start talking about it, or at the end of 26 season. But he said, and that's a couple years away.
Wow.
So it definitely means they're not negotiating into 26. So it can't be ending in 26.
This
Do
is
we think
breaking
they put a
news.
performance
I don't
clause?
like that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I like
but
both
like
sides.
I love Lewis, but I hate saying it. I don't think he's the driver he thinks
I
he
want
is
my
anymore.
younger drivers in my Ferrari.
I was gonna say, I think this.
somebody else needs to come in, and I also think that
They're gonna
Ferrari
lose
needs
Ollie.
the reboot.
They're gonna
Because
lose
like
Ollie.
Ferrari
If
has
they-
such an extensive driver academy.
They're
Of
gonna
so
lose
many
it.
ranges,
in this
they've got-
in this legacy
Yeah.
program that they're trying to build with Charles and Lewis, and I see the vision that
I
they're
get the
trying
vision.
to build. You're gonna lose everything that you're trying to build behind you.
Are you,
Everything.
Yeah,
Jason? Are you prepared to say that Lewis is washed?
I'm prepared to say Lewis Hamilton, 2026 world champion, but
Shut up.
no, I
Charles
mean, I
before
kind of
Lewis.
said that.
Charles
before
has to get
Lewis.
his before Lewis.
Like,
Charles Ferrari championship before Lewis 8th. I'm sorry.
like if he comes out next year is like adjust well to the car, then fine, he has a shot. But if he
Yes.
comes out next year and like is still way worse than
Struggling.
Charles, then it's kind of like, well, yeah, he's done. He's like,
I
Your
agree with
time
that.
has come and gone,
Yeah.
and you did it. You had an amazing run. You did amazing accomplishments. But Christina would like to see rookies.
I'm
Put
worried.
the children
I
in the
agree.
car.
I think
Put
that
I
the
agree.
children in the car.
I think that Ferrari is just stepping on their own feet at this point, and I think that they're gonna lose everything that they're already trying
I
to
was gonna say,
build.
they're gonna lose Ollie. If they
Yeah.
keep Lewis longer than 27, they're gonna lose Ollie because
Yeah.
Ollie's not spending 4 years at
Ollie
Haas.
and
No,
anybody else in that driver program, because I think they're gonna run
Yeah,
the
like,
same problem that Red
Rafa
Bull's gonna
Kamara.
have.
Well, that's what
And
happened to
just got-
McLaren. That's what happened to
Same
McLaren.
thing.
Alex Dunn
They
left
just announced
McLaren.
someone new today,
That's like they
and
have
I've never heard of this man.
great drivers.
Gabby was a McLaren development
Yeah.
driver. He left McLaren. He said, "I'm
Exactly.
not getting into F1 on McLaren's dime because
Yeah.
they're set with Oscar and Lando, and those guys are both young,
That's
so
like
they're
that.
set."
That one makes sense.
Yeah.
But Ferrari's doesn't make sense because you have Leclerc who is still putting in decent results. He's younger.
I think
that one
Charles
makes
28.
sense.
He's got like he'll probably be there for 5 more years.
That's
I
like,
was gonna
that one
say,
makes sense.
That's
Lewis doesn't really make sense because also that is kind of known where champions go to die. So I hate saying it, but like
because
you
know,
said,
I
Jason, you make a
compare it-
great point. Like if he doesn't put in the results by next year, like that's kind of it.
I compare
Yeah.
him to
So-
Seb but I don't think he'll make the jump that Seb did to
No.
Aston. His
Oh,
career
God,
will
no.
end at
His
Ferrari.
end
No,
is-
it
It's the
has
same
to end.
style.
Seb did
Has
so
to
much
end at
better, and he
Ferrari.
was slightly younger when he got to Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
when
yeah.
he got to Ferrari,
Yeah.
Yeah.
instantly. Well, not instantly. It took him a couple years, but Ferrari, he was leading the championship in 17 and 18.
Oh God. Yeah.
Like he was in those fights until
Yeah.
about halfway through the season when the Mercedes
yeah.
caught up, and they're genuinely, were faster. Like Ferrari were the faster car in 2018, and he was leading, and then Mercedes caught up, and that was it.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like Seb went to Aston Martin, but like all like the drivers have like, or most teams that are top team have like the driver where it's like, oh, when Fernando retires in Aston Martin, at least they don't need another world champion to help them build up their team or whatever, because Fernando said he's gonna stay back, and it's like Red Bull has Max Verstappen. Like you have like your drivers who
Well,
like even like if they retire, you've still got someone to go, like they're gonna be behind the scenes. It's like Lewis has nowhere to go really after Ferrari.
Well, that, and also like when it was obvious when like Valtteri's time was done that they had a backup in George.
Yeah.
And to your point, every team kind of has that. Every team has a backup plan,
We're
and
in, like,
Ferrari
that
has multiple, but
segment
they
right
won't
now.
let go. And I think that's fair. And I think it's too early for me, actually, even for me to say they won't let go, because you don't know what will happen next year. They're definitely not going to drop a 7-time world champion in the middle of a season. So
Oh God, no.
he's definitely going to complete 26. The question is, does that mark the end?
Is there a clause that they'll pull something for 27?
Yeah. 'Cause
I
I'm like,
would think
they've got to.
that if they had a performance clause, it's a very steep one, and it might be more on Lewis's side than it is on the team's.
But
Yeah.
In the
Is
sense
that-
of like, if we're not, and Lewis has to initiate that.
but look at the podiums for this year alone. Like we've had a sprint. There hasn't been anything in an actual race.
Yeah.
Yeah,
whole thing
That's
is, like,
Jason will die on
that's
that hill.
scary.
Yeah.
That's scary.
yeah, it's like Lewis is a great
and
driver.
I hate that. I
but-
hate that. I want to see double red on a podium.
Yeah.
I want to see that by the end of this season. I've been so struggling to not see that. Like I want to wear my Ferrari jersey for a
It's
race.
hard. It's hard, and I also understand the aspect of like, well, the McLarens are so strong and Max is so strong that like there's not much room left. But Charles
had
has been able to
mix-ups.
capitalize. Kimmy,
Yeah.
George. So I think
Hulkenberg, like
Hulkenberg.
Alonso,
Yeah, the
like
rookies.
we've had everybody else being able to
Isaac.
capitalize. Like why can't a team? I saw literally a TikTok earlier being like Ferrari is a
Ollie-
midfield team, or what is it? They're a midfield team with a front of the field mindset, and that is killing them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or vice
See,
versa, or vice versa, whatever.
I think the other thing is
No, that's right.
No, you're right.
Fernando
I am right. Yeah,
isn't
never mind.
like Fernando has turned into a running bit where it's like, oh, he's the rookie of the year. Things like that. It's like, oh, he's
Hey,
gonna be here
he was
till
the.
hold on, I'm not done. He's
Yeah.
gonna be here till he dies. You know,
I
he's
see
gonna
where
be
she's
here
going
till
with
like
this.
he's 60s, 70s. Lewis has like such his like
His time's running
identity
out.
in like the team and everything is not something that he would want turned into, oh, Lewis is gonna stay here till he's 60 or whatever. It's gonna be everyone's grandchildren racing Lewis and Fernando. He's not gonna want that. At some
No,
point
he
he has
doesn't.
to pick that. It's like, oh, I need to leave before people start
know
before
what's-
I turn into like a Fernando sort of like
What's
situation.
interesting too is when you think about like drivers that are likely to retire. I even put like Max in this category, but like you think about like Max, Fernando, like those guys are gonna go race other things. 110%, they're gonna go race other
I
things.
mean,
We're
they
gonna
already
see
have.
them.
They've already
They
planned
already
on it.
have, but they've already planned on going 24 hours, Le Mans, on going rally, on
Yeah.
going, even Gabby, this on the Pillas Pieces podcast was talking about doing the Indy 500. Like,
Yeah.
these guys want to race other things. I don't see Lewis being that person. I
He's
think
Lewis
not.
is gonna
he's-
take the
he's-
sub route
He's going to take the Seb route, yeah, and he's going to focus on his businesses. He has stakes in
or the Brittany
NFL
route.
teams and
Yes. He's gonna start his
can
own
always
YouTube
relate to-
channel, his
He
own
wants to go to- he
foundation.
wants
to Tom
He's
Brady
gonna run
something
his
else.
own.
the Tom Brady effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's basically gonna do that.
He'll
wants
be
to
a
do
combo
something.
of Brittany and Seb.
And now, what
Yeah.
I was gonna say is, when I think of the 2017 Indy 500 Rookie of the Year, Fernando Alonso, that guy is just ageless. I don't know when they're gonna let him go, because right now the only person he has to beat is Lance Stroll.
And he is
Mhm.
beating
And
If
that's
if
Lance
he
Stroll
could
a
if he
lot
could
of
beat
time.
Lance Stroll, he's gonna leave when he wants to leave,
Well,
not when
Fernando
they
said
don't.
when he would leave earlier in an interview.
Yeah, he
this year.
did.
He said if the car is good next year, I'm
I
leaving and I'm gonna take a step back.
he's not leaving Aston Martin as a driver until the car is good. And then he's going to work behind the scenes at Aston Martin.
Yeah.
So even when he's done, he's still going to have other things to do.
Man,
Consultant
that's the
role.
2017 Indy 500 Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Man, greatest accomplishment.
But again, like, he's so, he does the TikTok trends. He was like one of the first people, everyone was like, oh my gosh, Fernando is so funny on TikTok, that of people who are already F1 fans and things like that.
Yes, he
So it's
does have an incredible
Lewis
TikTok.
is
Yeah.
increasing his media presence, but he's never going to want to turn it into the way
No.
Fernando has it. And
No.
Fernando is such...
He doesn't want to be a meme. He's
yeah,
very serious.
he doesn't want to turn
in
into a
that
meme.
sense.
Fernando is a meme, and he's embraced it. So Lewis has to
Fernando
end his
became a
career.
meme when he was rumored to be dating Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Like, God knows how long ago. And even before that. But, like, that, I remember
Yeah.
that being, like, a very, like, standout point where him and, I guess, his media team decided, like, okay, let's just play into this. Like, let's be funny.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but,
people
like,
like this.
That's
you know?
that's one of the reasons where he can stay, and people aren't going to be as upset as, like, Lewis staying or something, because they're like, oh, he's a funny guy. Lewis is a very serious person, and he's not going to want his career to turn into something, like, funny as Fernando's.
You're right. You never
Yeah.
see Lewis, like, be silly.
No.
You see
He's
him
never-
sometimes, but,
Very
like,
rarely.
even in his ads, like,
Yeah.
he's serious in his ads
But
and
even
annoyed
when
with the
he's
other people.
Even when he's doing funny stuff with Charles, like, it's almost like he's, like,
It's-
laughing at Charles.
it's
He's
like-
not
Yeah.
laughing, like, to be
Prompted.
silly. Like,
It's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
scripted.
Because it's just
Yeah.
like, at some point, certain people, if you're in a career too long, you do become a joke, or people just say, get out of the career. So
Yeah.
you need to stop while you're already on your downfall, sort of. But, like, you need to stop before it gets so bad.
You need to control it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, right now, if he left, I would say he would still leave on a high note.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I raced
Honestly,
at Ferrari, I've
yeah.
got my championships, I'm great.
He could
You
leave
know?
whenever he want, and it would be fine. Like,
Yeah.
like even the way Vettel left, it would be the same thing.
Yeah.
It'd be like, all right, sure, you had your fun at Aston Martin, but like we will really remember you for you know the wins at Red Bull, and the wins
Yeah.
at Ferrari. You know,
Nobody's going to say he made the mistake of retiring.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's...
And I think
No.
people kind of want to see that rather than him like get kicked or
Yeah,
like
like, I
or
don't
like
want it to
something
come to where...
happen.
I would rather someone choose, like, Seb.
Yeah.
like one person
Yeah.
who retired too late would be like Gilles Villeneuve,
Oh, yeah.
because he won the Indy 500, then he went to F1, and then won very early in his career the F1 World Championship, and he rode that out for way too
To be
long.
fair, also, get your bank. Like,
I mean,
you
I mean,
can't
fair
say the same
enough.
about
I'm
Lewis.
just
though.
saying,
It's like what
like,
Fernando's
he
doing.
never
He's
returned to
kind
the
of just
top.
doing it as a bit, though, now.
Yeah.
No,
It's
I know,
like-
but I'm like, you can't say that about Lewis.
Yeah, no.
Lewis is loaded. Lewis has made more than enough money in his career. The F1 contract at this point probably make him less money than all of his other stuff.
Yeah.
In straight up contract money, like, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, he makes more on
So,
other
yeah,
stuff.
he's purely doing it because he loves it, which, like, I get. But, like, sometimes you just got to take
You
a
should
step
just
back.
go buy like IndyCar. Like he has the money. Like the
do
whole
it.
series is a couple
Is
hundred
less
million,
than-
right?
Yeah.
And that's probably what he's
Yeah.
he's close to earning that in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of people who retired, in my opinion, right on time, as much as I love him, and follow his passions, Seb was in the paddock this weekend doing his
I
little
love Seb.
forest thing. I said this in F1 class, and I'm going to say it again. Seb is the only person who can get all 20 F1 drivers in the same room
To do
Yeah.
anything.
to do anything.
Okay, but also when they were taking that photo, Charles was standing on the side, and he yanked Charles. And
I
was like,
did see
no,
that.
Charles, you're sitting right next to me.
Did you see all of the pictures along the course of this weekend? This one included, where Kimmy is like holding on to Max for dear life, does not want to be separated
They're
from Max.
adorable.
They're
I
so
can't.
cute.
He said, Dad, help.
It's the Red Bull. It's the Red Bull also posting like videos of Seb and Max, and
Yes.
and the video of Max pulling up how to draw a tree.
Oh
Did
my
you
God,
see
the
this?
trees are so funny.
Some of the trees are good.
I'm sorry,
some
but
of them are
Charles
really funny.
cannot draw
Trees?
at all.
I'm
Okay,
sorry, I thought
they're
we knew
also
this.
so
I was
reflective.
expecting him to be better. I don't know. He's so
Why?
because he's
It's
so
Charles.
artistic.
All the trees
Okay,
are
he does
also
music
so...
and-
Love Charles. I know
Okay.
if he didn't
We're
if he
pulling-
wasn't an F1 driver, he would be an architect. But at no
Yuki's-
way would I say this man can draw.
Yuki's is actually so good. I just saw maybe like, why does it have scoliosis? It's a bonsai tree.
Yeah, someone said that. I was like, it's a
it's
bonsai
a
tree.
bonsai tree.
I was
Wait,
like,
we need to
do you
find
guys not
these.
know what a bonsai tree is? I immediately saw that, and I was like, that's clearly a bonsai tree.
I
He's
know what a
clearly-
bonsai tree is, but I didn't put the two and two together. I didn't think
Because
that
they're
was
tiny
that.
little
what
trees,
that
and
was.
they're like little crooked. And someone was like, his tree has scoliosis. I was like, no, it's a bonsai tree, guys. He's
We'll
embracing
get in there.
like the Asian culture and everything, and he drew a bonsai tree.
I don't know.
They just said tree. They
We're
didn't specify
getting
what kind.
there.
I don't know. man.
Ollie's tree did look like his own hair.
Oh my god, they were so funny. Why
They were
can't-
really funny. It was Max taking a picture of the picture of Gabby on the wall,
It's also all the Polaroids being like mugshots.
being so bad.
Why
Like I don't
were
know
they
where the lighting
so
was.
bad?
I don't know
I
where
don't
they
think
were.
they was lighting. I think it was just the flash of the camera on a black wall. And I'm like,
Fair.
okay, great.
Fair.
Can't find them.
But I saw someone, they were like, so Seb, I do have a question for you. This was about the trees, but it does look like you used a lot of paper.
What did he say?
No, I saw that on a TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Not a real person. Like asking Seb in person.
Oh,
People on
okay. I
TikTok
was like-
like one of the Seb lovers I follow. They were like, Seb, that was a lot of paper. What
Was
about
that
the
Sam?
trees? I think so.
I was gonna say that sounds such like a thing Sam would say. Sam
I think
on
it
track.
was Sam.
Hashtag.
I can't find these pictures anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing them, but I don't feel like looking them up.
I'm trying.
Anyways,
I'm trying to so
Seb,
we can judge them.
What about the trees and the paper?
Anyways, we kind of already talked about the sprint, so we can move into quali and the race. First of all, we already talked about Gabby not being able to, like, crashing in both the sprint race and the race, but he also didn't get to take part in qualifying.
He had his helmet on and everything. I was like,
He
ooh,
was
Ollie's gonna...
dressed. He was.
I'm sorry though. If your car looks like
I'm thinking ahead.
that-
Sorry, I'm thinking ahead.
Yeah,
It's like,
maybe
oh,
he-
Gabby's gonna qualify.
Well, there's two reasons why he had his helmet on. One, because he's crying profusely, had to hide it.
Oh, yes.
Or
That's
two, he's like, I'm just gonna pretend anyways. And he sat down and like,
He said,
I'm sorry, Gabby. Your car looks like
Was
I
on
threw
stilts.
it against a wall.
Well, they didn't even
'Cause it
rebuild his
was.
car.
You know, I saw his car.
they didn't rebuild
like,
his
I
car.
saw
They
after-
literally just grabbed the sprint
right after
chassis.
the crash
showed up,
happened, I
he's like,
looked at
"Where's
that
my
and I went,
car?"
oh my gosh, it's just like Checo's car in Monaco.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dead ass.
It was
Checo's
just the
car
safety
in
cell, and that
full
was
race
it.
here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
That's it.
oh my god.
It was destroyed, and so he couldn't go out. But no fear, because you may not separate Max and his rookies, because Max also decided to eliminate himself in Q1. This is the first time. Fun
Crazy.
I
fact.
love how this is how she's taking this approach.
I have to laugh about it because he was on the podium, so it's fine. But it's crazy to me. This is the first time in his F1 career he's been eliminated in Q1 on pure pace. He's been eliminated before in Q1 for like there was a red flag and he didn't get to set a time, or like a yellow flag or a car issue or a crash, but never pure performance.
Which is insane stat to have.
In over a decade in the sport, never, not once. Like
Yeah.
that's insane.
And then they fix it and he's on the podium anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
He literally he's going to the parade, and there's a clip of him, and Gabby's like, "What happened? Like, why are you starting the pit lane?" And Max goes, "I made them change everything." And I was like, so valid. I
mean, if you're Max Verstappen and you're P17, what's the point of starting P17 when you can have
Yeah.
a brand new car and start from the pit lane?
that, and like, I think it was just they just did it all wrong. Like, they switched Yuki's setup for the sprint. Yuki was like, this is okay. And they put that setup on Max's car.
Oh.
That's what happened. And obviously it was a shit setup because Max,
Oh.
all due respect to Yuki, like, Max can set up a car
They
a lot
have
better
different
than
driving
Yuki.
styles.
Unfortunately, you know what this meant?
Mm.
This meant that Mercedes and Red Bull have now overtaken Ferrari in the team
Oh yeah, I was
championship.
gonna mention how you
So
feel
we've
about
gone
this.
from second to fourth because now it's McLaren, Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari.
Don't worry,
Tell me
Ferrari
about it.
can come back from this.
They
She
can.
says-
They're not
Next
going to.
year,
Yeah.
right.
Next year's your
That's
year.
our
Have
year.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
All right,
But yeah, so that was really.
maybe we'll
Again,
hire the 2017
This always
Indy
happens to
500
me.
champion.
Always. Anytime I, for any reason, cannot watch F1 live, whether it be a race or quali, it's happened maybe 3 times since I've become a fan of the sport. Every time, Max either wins something or does something stupid or like gets eliminated. Like,
Ejected.
I was about to say ejected, eliminated. So I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I told my parents and I told my grandma, I said, do not text me anything. What happens? I get a text from everyone's favorite, Steven. Like, 3 minutes in, Steven's like, what the fuck happened to Max? And I get a text from my grandpa simultaneously. He's like, oh my God, how did Max get eliminated in Q1? I was like, fuck this, bro. Fuck this. Like, pardon my French, but I was like, I was so annoyed. I was so mad. Because I was like, I would have been mad if I had watched it live and seen him get eliminated. But the fact that I, like, purposely tried not to look at anything. Like, silenced Instagram, like, everything
I was
and then get texts
finishing
from
it.
friends.
Well, to be
mad
fair,
that
you're
he
still
got
mooching off
eliminated.
his like
I was
YouTube
just
TV.
confused.
So.
I was a
No,
little
that's
confused.
okay, yeah, I am like low key, but that's okay.
I mean, but Ollie in qualifying, whenever he
was
would top the
so-
charts, I went end qualifying right now. I don't care where anyone else is.
Ollie's
Ollie's
best
at the
time-
top.
Ollie was doing
Ollie's best time
great
in
this
Q2 was fast enough for P2 on the
And,
grid.
Yeah.
And like the final grid.
Ollie was doing great this weekend.
No,
I was
everyone was
so
like
impressed.
complaining, and I was like, guys, because they were talking about the battles for in the top like 5, and then the battles from like 7th to like 10th, and I was like, and guess who's hiding in the middle in
he
6th place? Ollie
Unbelievable.
Behrman.
Like just okay, honestly, the rookies this weekend, unbelievable.
On fire.
Let's see,
What,
who was
3
the
rookies
best?
in quali?
Oh, Kimmy.
In top
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Q3?
Kimmy,
Ollie,
Ollie, Isaac.
Isaac. And if you count Liam as a rookie,
Not
Sorry,
Gabby.
Liam, but I don't.
if you do, then he,
He
was
is
there
that
too.
gray zone, man.
But-
I don't know.
Liam was the highest Red Bull. Oh no, Isaac was. Sorry.
I was like, no, it's Isaac.
Isaac.
No,
It's
Then
No.
Isaac.
Liam,
But
then
having
Max,
2
then
V
you
carbs
James.
there,
and not a single Red Bull.
Wow. Feels like the
Kinda
days
crazy.
Checo
Yeah.
was racing.
Ciao.
don't
We
bring
didn't
that
have to
name
go
in this
there.
house.
I was gonna say we did not have to go
Well,
there.
Checo's coming back.
Bring-
Don't worry.
Yeah, but he's not here yet.
That's
don't bring
a
that name in
next
that
year
house.
That's next year's
Dial him
problem.
back in.
Don't
Dial
bring
him
that
back
name.
in.
I also think not to like bring up the topic we've already talked about, but like it's funny to me too that the person who's most linked with replacing Lewis like has outqualified him and
Yeah.
outraced him this weekend too. Like he was
I was talking to somebody
Lewis
when I
was
was
out
watching the
Q2
race because
too.
I was watching it at the Nitty Motorsports
I
watch
was
party.
so upset that
and
Lewis got
this
out.
person was like,
that
I
whole,
don't
that
like
whole thing
Ollie
was
or
crazy.
Kimmy. And I went, okay. When she went, I don't like Ollie or Kimmy, I was like, okay.
I've never heard someone utter those words.
I'm
ever.
like,
You don't
I've
like
heard
Ollie
them where you
or
don't like
Kimmy?
one of them, but both of them?
Was
Yeah,
there
I've-
reasoning for that?
I've never heard
I don't
this
know.
before.
Because I was like, oh my gosh, but
I
we could get a
don't like-
Baronelli podium. And she went, oh, I don't like Ollie and Kimmy. And I went, okay. And kind of just turned
Why?
away.
Because they steal credit cards.
I was like, they commit to their
Whoa.
crimes, and I support them in their rights and their wrongs.
Facts.
Speaking of supporting someone or hating on someone in my case, credit where credit is due.
Facts.
Lando, excellent weekend.
Yes.
Oh, he had a phenomenal weekend.
Excellent sprint. However, I have one beef, and it's not with Lando.
Perfect.
It's associated with Lando, but it has nothing to do with Lando or McLaren at this point.
I have something with
I
F1
saw this, right?
about Alex Albon.
So, pardon, it's a screenshot, but like, okay. So F1 posted this: Lando Norris, perfect weekend. Okay, they
Oh,
posted this.
But it's because he didn't get the fastest lap.
Practice first,
He
sprint
didn't
quali first,
lead every
sprint
lap.
first, qualifying, and the race. He did not lead. And then
Oh, I know
they
where she's
post
going. I
this.
saw this TikTok. Yeah.
nobody's perfect because he didn't get the fastest lap.
So I
He didn't
saw
get the
a
fastest
TikTok
lap,
about
and he didn't
this.
lead every lap. It wasn't a grand slam.
Okay.
Well,
But
that's
Max
a play
led
on.
every
that's
lap.
that's a play on a different.
That's a play on Max's thing from a couple weeks ago, is it not?
Right.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, Max
He didn't
was
get-
more perfect that weekend than Lando was. That's my only thing. That's my only gripe.
Okay, my
Like,
only thing about that, I saw a TikTok with those two pictures, and they said F1 is hating on Alex Albon because guess who set the fastest lap for the first time ever in his career?
Alex?
Alex Albon.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn, bro.
He's been in Red Bull machine. Like he's been in good cars.
Yeah,
before.
he had.
That's crazy
He
to
had
me.
his
I didn't
first ever
know.
fastest lap, and they refused to post about it because like
He's had a
sometimes when-
podium and not a fastest lap.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
That's
But
crazy.
no, they post that, and it's like sometimes when F1 drivers do that for the first
Stop
time,
with
they'll
the
post
nobody's
it.
perfect, because it was one thing when it was like Max's thing a couple weeks ago with the whole
Well,
Singapore thing.
I don't
Let's
think they're
just
making
stop
fun.
calling
I
people
think
perfect
So-
because nobody is perfect.
I think they're
But
Now
here's
just
the
stop
thing.
calling people
it
perfect.
reminds me of this Porsche ad of like Porsche's obviously showing them as
Porsche's
good.
thing, I loved Porsche's because Porsche's, that was like
They're
a
still
whole.
trying to do it again.
That's like Porsche's one was
But it's not
iconic
funny.
though, because I loved it when it came out. Like that was a whole thing.
Yeah.
But then when
But the
F1
F1
keeps
one is not funny.
continuously trying to do it when they did it with Max's Singapore, it would have been great when they did it like coming off of 23 and 24 when they did it for Singapore again. That's one thing. But now it's 2025. You're doing it again for Singapore. You do it
Yeah, see-
weeks later again for Lando's.
See, yeah, I think the
for a
best way
different
for
situation.
F1
The
to use
nobody's
that
perfect
was 2023 when he won the championship, but all but like 3 races. That would have been a
Yes.
good
Yeah.
time to do that.
That's
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, or even what Sydney's saying, but like
You're
they
reusing
use this
it
is
now
the third
for
time
different
they've
situations.
this is the third time they've referenced Nobody's Perfect or like Perfect Weekend this season because they did Nobody's Perfect for Singapore, Then they did it again for this. The one I showed, that was from Coda. Because the only thing he didn't do in Coda, he led every lap, like led the sessions.
Only
The only
time
thing
it
he
should be
didn't do
nobody's perfect
was fastest lap.
is a grand slam. And even then, you should have the whole grand slam and just like a stupid little thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like
And
nobody's
they-
perfect grand slam and like a
so-
stupid little
Wait,
thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
But
they
again,
just,
F1 shouldn't post about
as
it.
one of my friends would say, they're being bipolar.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
They're posting
Yeah.
some really, really good stuff lately and then some really stupid stuff.
I wonder if
lately.
there's 2 social media
I think
managers
there
and
are
one
2
goes
social
crazy
media
and one
admins.
is like actually good.
One of them is maybe. There's
I
2
fear
social
there's
media
multiple
admins.
social media
Yeah.
admins. This is a giant account. They
Yeah.
post like
too much.
like what 8 times a day.
Yeah.
Unless
I
they just
wanna
got
see their
one
content
person who's
calendar.
just online.
As a digital PR person, like
God.
I would want to see their. I want to see their content.
I think
I
that'd
don't
send
wanna
me
see it.
into like a coma.
A coma.
no.
All right, let's talk exclusively about the race. We've mentioned it like how many times now. Max started from the pit lane.
Mm-hmm.
We've got that.
Q all the way to P3.
Crazy.
This
Slay
man,
Kimmy defensive.
Slay Kimi defense.
Yes.
This man has now achieved podiums from every position on the grid except for P11, P12, P13, and P19.
Well, what's he doing? Get to work, Max.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, that should be one. That should be one.
Nobody's perfect.
I'd accept that one.
Yeah, Max, get it together.
Get
Why?
it
What are we
together.
doing?
Yeah,
Why
just
haven't you won
qualify
from 11?
P19 just
Or
'cause.
19th or 12th. Like,
He would.
Come
He'd
on.
be somebody to do it just because.
He
like,
would do it just because.
See,
Dead ass.
he's similar to Fernando, where he'll do things for the bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Max would do things
He
for the
hates
bit.
media, but he'll do things for the bit,
I don't
depending on the bit.
Yeah.
He would.
But what's crazy about that too is there's that lap 5 incident with Oscar and Kimi, which we'll get into. But that Max got a puncture on that same lap. He pitted during the VSC and ended up last again.
Yeah, so he
On
did
lap
do
6.
He did do the 3
That
stop.
was crazy.
That was crazy. Hot take, I do actually think he had a better chance. He would have been second, if not first, if he hadn't pitted the 3rd time.
All I'm gonna say is,
I agree.
both Red Bulls did the 3 stop. Yuki in P17 or wherever he finished also did the 3 stop.
That's
well,
crazy.
Also, when you consider like the VSCs and the all that fun
Yeah.
stuff, like that also contributed
Yeah.
to doing a
Mhm.
3 over a 2 because you lose
Yeah.
the time there. But a 3 in total is crazy.
It was
No,
crazy.
When after Lando pitted, I was like, "Oh look, it's a Red Bull sandwich," because Yuki was at the bottom and Max was at the top, and everyone was in between.
Every time I saw somebody going into the pits, I said, "Why are you going in? Like, what
Yeah,
happened
why now?
now?
What
because
now?
then all of a sudden, Hamilton.
The only good thing was I was
I didn't
so
even put that
glad
on the
when he
notes 'cause I forgot
retired.
about that.
You and me were watching it. We
so-
said, "Wait, Hamilton had a problem."
When he
We were so
retired, I was like,
confused.
finally, I wanted him to retire the car 10 laps ago when
We
he
didn't
went,
even know why.
I'm not enjoying this car. I'm going to crash the car, but I will try. And they kept
Yeah.
him out for like 15
Well,
more
'cause
laps. And I was like,
I saw him
Retired
get
his
damage.
car.
I
We
did
saw
remember
damage.
We saw
Yeah.
damage, but then he just kept going, and I was like, oh, whatever.
no, but when they
And then we
pit
see him
him,
start dropping,
they
and then he
picked- his
retired.
front wing was under his car, so he had floor damage atop of that because
We knew
when
about
they
the floor.
changed his car, well, they changed his tires. They picked up his car and pulled the front wing out from under it. He crashed with Franco. That's what
saw-
it was. He rear-ended
Yeah.
Franco.
Oh, I didn't
that
see
was
that.
totally his fault too.
Yeah, no, he rear-ended Franco. That's why.
Damn.
But going back to the Oscar Kimi incident,
Charles
said,
Charles was there.
well, it was Oscar and Kimi, which took out Charles.
Yeah.
But it was an incident.
Even
It was
that
ultimately
much
between
room.
Oscar and
I
Kimi.
didn't think it was going to be 10 seconds.
Okay, so here's my thing,
That's
right?
crazy.
So Charles said he didn't think Oscar deserved 10 seconds. It was more of a 50-50
Yeah.
on who's to blame. Do we
was.
agree?
I don't
you
think he
agree?
reserved. I think, if anything,
I don't think it
it
was.
should have been maxed at 5. I thought they might
I
have just
agree.
declared it an incident
I did too.
because
did too.
his car locked up. And because his car locked up, he hit Kimmy. And
He
Kimmy
wasn't
was
in
avoiding
control.
Charles. He didn't have complete control of his car.
The only
I thought the
reason
penalties were harsh. Because both
Yeah.
10 seconds. Well, who had the other 10 second?
Lance for taking out Gabby.
Yeah.
I
I'm
thought
pretty sure.
that one was.
That was 10.
Who kept failing to do their penalties?
Yuki.
It was Yuki. That's
Again.
why he pit 3 times
Because he pitted the first time and didn't serve his penalty properly.
and then the second time he served it wrong
Yeah.
again and then did it the third time.
Wait, did he really?
I thought he did it twice.
I thought it was
I
just
I might be
once.
wrong,
I don't remember.
but I feel like I heard them talk about it twice.
I know. I just thought the penalties were a little like.
Jason, how did
What?
you feel about
Yeah.
the penalty?
It is what it is. The refs are paid to do. No, they're paid to do a job. Which reminds me.
He's taking the stance I took last year when someone asked me about something with Lando, and I was like, I am not in charge. I will let the FIA make their decisions.
That's what I mean.
It reminds me
of
of there's a crazy catch to the Penn State Indiana game to end the game.
Yes.
Nobody cares.
And Fox, who was covering the game, made a tweet. Did you see it?
I didn't see the tweet.
It was like,
I saw the catch.
Refs deserve to be celebrated too. The back judge so-and-so made a perfect call in catching it, right? And he did. But it was
took
just
him
kind of
10
like
minutes to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, though, point being is like, it
is what it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think that ultimately the reason Oscar took that 10 seconds was because it was because he wasn't in control of his car. That is why.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's why. If he had been in control and the same thing had happened, like he hadn't locked up, but the same thing had happened, I think they would have deemed it a racing incident.
All I know is I screamed.
Did you really?
Oh, I did too.
When Charles got
Did he
hit,
scream?
and I was like,
screaming in
Did
the
we
studio.
scream?
I was
Yes.
screaming.
I guess we screamed too. I don't remember
We
that.
were screaming.
I was in the
studio.
Cybertorium with
Great.
like 10 other people, and we all screamed. I was like,
Yeah,
no.
we were losing our shit.
And then they showed him just like standing next to his car.
We were losing our shit.
This was at the end though. We were actually like.
No, when they showed him just like standing next to his car, his helmet on top of him, and I was like, Charles,
Also,
go back
they
home to your
made-
fiance.
They made him like climb up and down a hill
She can help you.
again, like climb through wilderness.
Yeah.
Did Antoine get some photos this time again, or no?
There
I
were
don't
there
know,
were photos
probably.
taken. I don't
There were
know if
photos taken,
Antoine
yeah.
took them, but
Was there anything else from the race we like?
Ollie
Low-key-
Slade, like I said.
Low-key,
Just-
Nico scored points.
Yeah.
Again.
I'm not
seeing,
surprised
like,
anymore.
The bottom of the top 10, I was like,
And also, Alpine broke their point scoring.
yeah, it was like Alpine
Route.
steak,
Speaking
B
of
carb,
which,
B carb, like that was.
Kimmy broke Lewis's record for
Oh,
most
he
points
did,
from a rookie.
yeah.
However, I must point out because Jack
I mean,
would be pissed if I didn't say this.
it is easier to do.
It is easier to do now because there's more races.
For like records like that, you should adjust. You should
I
adjust
agree.
the points because think
Yeah.
of it. For a win
But
back in Lewis's rookie year,
Oh,
it was
okay.
only 8. It was like 8 or 12 points for a
I think
win.
it was 12.
Yeah, so you get
It's
less
12,
points. There are
and
more
only the
races.
top 10, only the top 8 got points then.
Yeah. And there
So
were less races.
It's like and
Oh,
there's less
God,
races.
yeah.
So if anything, at least it should be points adjusted. The pure points, like, somebody says, "Oh, Lewis has scored the most lifetime points of any F1 driver." That's not fair because it's not adjusted.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I think that
I
is
think
cool and something
average
we
finishing
can talk
position
about,
is
but it's
better.
at the same time, it's like, but there is a difference, and we have to be like, yes, but this just shows I wouldn't use this to compare it being like, oh, he's look how much he's doing better than Lewis in his rookie year. I'd rather compare it to, oh my gosh, look how much potential he has to do something similar to Lewis.
Absolutely. I totally
Yeah.
agree. I don't think this should be used as like I also am very scared of this being used to further. He's always been linked with Max, but to further compare him to multi-world champions who've been in the sport for so long, to then have that ripple effect, especially in the media, of like if you make a mistake, like why, like how you can't make mistakes because
Everyone
you're
makes
supposed
mistakes,
to be world
'cause
the
championship
media-
No matter
caliber.
how F1 likes to joke about it, nobody is perfect.
The media has such a big impact
gonna be
on
our thing
people,
now.
and
It's
that
been my thing for
Worries.
years.
it's like that Hannah Montana song.
the media is
Nobody's
huge, and that can
perfect.
really drive.
Yeah,
things.
the Pobody's nerfect.
Anyways, speaking of, it kind of actually draws on this line because this is the last thing I kind of wanted to talk about because I saw this and I was like, what in the hell? What did I miss? So Ferrari CEO John Elkann, he criticized both
Yes, I
Lewis
was gonna bring
and
this up.
Charles after
He
the
criticized Charles.
both of them. He said, certainly we have drivers who need to focus on driving and talk less because we still have important races.
Wait,
ahead
wait,
of
that's
us,
not the full
and
quote.
finishing
John
second
That's not
is
the full
not possible.
quote.
I
Do
don't.
you- do you know
I
the
didn't
full
get the
quote?
rest of it.
So the
What
full
do you mean
quote,
John Elkann's criticizing
full quote
Charles?
was that
That's
it-
unheard of.
It was like, we have race-winning mechanics and race-winning engineers. He said something like that.
I thought all your mechanics were leaving.
Yeah, so he said basically we have race-winning mechanics and race-winning engineers,
Are you
but we
saying you-
certainly need 2 drivers that focus more on Ferrari and not themselves. Like, I
I'm
see
sorry,
that as more of a shot.
Have you met Charles Leclerc?
Lewis.
He bleeds Rosa Corsa.
Yeah,
I
that's
was gonna
definitely
say,
a
definitely
shot at Lewis. Like, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, and he had to say both drivers because if he said
Just
Lewis.
Lewis.
just Lewis,
Yeah.
then that's a direct attack on Lewis. He had to say
You could
both
have just
drivers.
said we
at
have
least.
drivers. You don't have to
We have drivers on this team.
I would like
And
to
just leave it at
question
that.
your mechanics and engineers. Of
Yeah, I thought he was going to trash the
competition
engineers.
winning.
That's crazy.
Unless he's talking about WEC, who again just won.
Yeah, we need
Leck
those
is doing
engineers
great.
for-
Can we do
So
a
what is he-
switcheroo? Can
What's he
we
talking about?
How about this? We send the WEC engineers here, the Ferrari engineers to Hypersail because they're starting a Hypersail Ferrari team, and the Ferrari Hypersail team to WEC.
I take it. Anyone's better than what's
Whoa.
currently
What we
happening
have?
for us.
How about the CEO gets his crap together and figures out how to fix this team so the drivers don't have to have a mental
Or that.
breakdown for every race?
Or that.
John Elkin is too busy figuring out how to sell Jeeps right now.
Yeah.
He's also involved with the parent company Jeep,
Yep.
Yeah.
and they're
He's
struggling. So
Crazy involved.
Also,
Issues.
super side note, because you're talking about people having mental breakdowns, and I realized we really didn't
When were
talk
we
about
talking
Oscar.
about that?
Sydney said something about mental breakdowns, and no, I realized we didn't really talk about Oscar. Like, Oscar's like low key having a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand.
He
he
what's
had
going
this
on.
in the
down.
bag
He's breaking
at the
down.
summer break.
Yeah.
See, I always call them mentee bees.
Well, he is Lando to Oscar 24 points, Lando to Max 49, but Oscar to Max is what?
So you're saying he's having a crash out because he crashed out?
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
Probably.
Oscar will never hear this, but Oscar's is what? His third year racing. He's got time.
He does
Yeah.
have
Do
time.
not fret.
But at the same time, what happened?
It's in his
What a-
hand.
what
I
a
mean,
photo.
It
when
happened last
you
year,
look at the
too.
standard that
Like last year, towards
Lewis
the end of the
won
season,
his second
he
year
does slightly worse.
in the sport.
Yeah, but I want to know, like, something clearly shifted.
Okay, don't hate me for this take, but like my thing is I feel like the shift is definitely like whether or not externally they're saying, which by the way, we also didn't talk about this. Zach Brown straight up told media he
He'd
would
rather
rather
have
Max
Max.
Verstappen win than favor one of his drivers.
Yeah.
That is
Which is
utter
A horrible
bullshit.
take
That
as
is
a CEO.
bullshit.
Zach Brown, we know you favor a driver.
Wait,
So-
oh, absolutely.
I was
But
gonna
also,
say-
to tell your media that you'd rather another team's driver win than one of your own is a horrible thing
And
to say
again-
to the media when you are the CEO of a racing team.
Zach
No way.
Brown, you are not the team principal. You are the CEO. Mind your business.
I think that whether or not externally that's the image they're portraying, they're favoring one, and that's not me saying
see it.
Lando has a better car. That's me just saying internally it must be weighing on Oscar's mind mentally that certain things are being done in Lando's favor.
The team is
Yes,
very much
there has to
divided. Certain people favor Lando and certain people favor Oscar, and they both have high positions in power, and it's causing a rift in the team
Yeah.
You can
as a
see
team
it.
aspect in like how they're gonna handle everything.
I think
But-
we should go ask Bruce McLaren.
All I know is
let's.
Max
Let's-
Futrell
Let's
has
just go ask him. Why not?
Max Futrell, like when he would talk on his streams, used to like be willing to bring up like Lando or whatever, or like talk about how the season. But now he's like, no, I refuse. Because I'm like, he does get all the tea. He is
Interesting.
Lando's best friend. Of course,
Yeah,
he's getting all
yeah.
the tea.
Him saying he refused knows
He's
he
not.
knows
It's not
stuff,
that he refuses,
and
but like
he doesn't want to like.
He very much diverges it, but he's like, because people are like, because he originally was going to go to Brazil. He's not going to Brazil. He's going to Abu Dhabi because he wants to be with Lando at the end, no matter what happens, which is
Aw,
so
that's
sweet.
cute.
But again, Lando just needs to play video games with Max because anytime he plays video games with Max, he does better. There was a joke about it earlier this weekend. I can't remember if it was because of this weekend or last weekend. But 20 minutes after qualifying, he texts Max. He's like, we're hopping on CS right now. And then people were like, oh, that's why he's going so fast in qualifying because he's got video games to play.
Lol. Well, what an eventful weekend. All in all,
I had a good weekend
crazy.
overall.
it was a good weekend. I mean,
I'm
Sad
excited
parts,
for the future.
good parts.
I know. Right now, championship pick from each of you.
It has to be.
I'm sticking with my man. I'm sticking with Lando.
It has to be Lando. I mean, he is obviously on a roll right now, and with only 3 races, it could
got
still
another
happen.
question.
Like one, literally,
More question?
one flat tire
After this,
could change it. So, if I had to, obviously the odds are in Lando's favor.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I think unless something happens where Oscar either gets his mojo back or like Max.
And now Max is
somehow-
out of it. Pretty
he's
much.
not.
Mathematically, but like
How much?
Unless he wins like
49
next.
points.
he would need to win at least one of the last
It-
2.
he's
and
gotta
he did
win.
not.
It has to kinda
When
be
does it
Lando.
become mathematically impossible?
Unless Lando wins like next.
I think if Lando wins the next one and Max DNFs, then it's mathematically
If he
impossible.
outscores by what did I see? I don't even know.
I
But
think it
so,
was
as
18
long
or
as
12 points or something like that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
as long as he doesn't win the next 2 races, it won't go down to Abu Dhabi, right? Or will it? For a
I
3-way.
think I still
don't
want
need.
it.
No,
think to
yeah, I
go
think
down
if
to
Max
Abu
doesn't
Dhabi.
win the next 2, he doesn't go to Abu Dhabi.
I've already
can't-
come to the
my heart
circumstances
can't
it's going to
take
be.
another Abu Dhabi, please.
I've come to the circumstances it's going to
Not
be
with
Lando
Max.
and Oscar at Abu Dhabi. I don't want it to be, but it better not be against 3 or
No, I can't do. I can't.
it's not going to go anyone's way.
3 would be crazy.
I
kinda-
love Max.
George will find his way back in there if that happens.
I would give anything for Max to win a 5th.
He can have it
I
next
was
year.
gonna say he can do it in the future. I cannot watch another Abu Dhabi title fight with Max Verstappen.
would. It would be
I
fun.
would watch a title fight.
It'd be great.
In Abu
great
Dhabi,
fun.
between
Not
the
this
2
year.
McLarens, fine.
Not this year.
I can't. My heart can't take another Max. Please.
I need a haha,
Anyways.
yes, boys.
Okay, here's my
Very good.
question.
Yes, boys.
So
What's your question?
every once in a while we talk about the rookies. Who are we leaning more towards for just
Rookie of the year.
F1? Because sometimes I bring up Rafa Kamara because he did set a lot of records this year. Because
Rafa.
Well, first place is gonna be Fernando Alonso, but who's second?
Yes.
Who's
I'm
the second best?
everyone
rookie?
was
I'm taking
originally
Ollie.
people we were all
Ollie.
like Ollie,
say
but then Isaac
Isaac.
started doing really good. But Ollie's been hiding in
I was gonna
there.
say Ollie's
And Kimmy.
Yeah, I'm
Is
like
But
still
I
there.
think that Kimmy is kind of almost I don't want to say he's a shoo-in, but because of the fact that he's in a
Yeah.
top team.
Well, he's in the better
you
car.
Get,
That's
that's what I
the
mean. You
thing.
get the more
so
coverage.
it's like, how do we rank
but
this?
Holly and Isaac have been doing really well.
To be fair, I think Isaac should. If you're going
Isaac,
based-
performance adjusted
I really
between
like
the cars.
Isaac.
'Cause I mean, like,
Isaac, yeah.
Ollie was doing good at the beginning. Had not
A
a rough
low.
patch, but just middle of the field, which
Also-
is what his car is. And now he's up there again, where it's like people are like, "What do you mean Ollie's in P6?"
I was like, you also
Yeah.
gotta
Things.
think Ollie had a little bit more of a preempt too in an F1 car.
Yeah.
Isaac never did.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think
it's getting tight.
it's getting
It's-
really tight.
I
But
think-
it's
I think
definitely
really
those 3.
hard.
I mean, to be fair, Gabby was in the running for a while.
Gabby
I don't think he is
was.
anymore,
No.
but he
And
was.
that's purely his car.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, but I'm like, because I know that because it's an FIA award, they don't have to give it to someone in F1. They can give it to anyone. I'm
Then
not
it's
going to be
gonna be-
surprised if
It
they don't
has to
choose
be
an
an
F1
F1.
driver
They have to.
purely because
This
Their
year they
rookies
have
are
to.
strong.
There was no last year. Who was it? Gabby. In
Yes.
F2.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But
the
we didn't
other-
have any rookies.
The only other person
We
it could
didn't.
be
That's why.
is
F1 didn't have
yeah.
any
The only other
rookies.
person it could be is Rafa Kamara because he won F3 for the first time ever before the season was over,
Yeah.
and he was a rookie. So it's like those kinds of things.
It's a good
But
pull.
we have a lot of good
Yeah.
rookies this year.
Yeah, so-
and I don't think, honestly,
I think
don't
it's
know if
between
next year
those
we'll have
4.
any rookies.
I think it's going to be between
so
those 4.
I
and
think they
that's it.
have to pull one of our rookies this year.
I mean, to be fair, we could with Arvid, but
We
like
could.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
we could.
I don't know.
But I think
really.
they'll definitely pull one of ours.
We shall see. They're the last seat. It's the last seat open. We'll
see.
find out if we're gonna have
Yeah.
rookies.
Technically, there's 2 seats open, but
Okay, but one
It's
of them
actually
is
the last
staying for sure. So
or wait, no, it's 3, but it's only one.
yeah,
seat,
but
let's be
two
real.
people are saying I think Isaac is going to Red Bull, and it sucks, but it's the reality.
All I
Yuki's
know is
gone.
Isaac said this weekend he doesn't have a contract signed with anybody.
What if I
For
told
next year.
you that Kimmy only has one more podium than Isaac, and Isaac has, you know,
A
Are we
shittier
counting?
car.
Are we counting sprints too?
I think
Isaac has one podium
Can I-
from
Yes, we know.
Zandvoort,
I think
and Kimmy only has 2.
if I was making the final decision, I would base it based on your performance against your teammate, and I think that would eliminate Kimmy,
Yeah.
and it would bring up Ollie, and Isaac would be leading the pack, and
Yep.
Rafa.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I think it would be honestly,
I
if
think
I
it's
had to
between those
decide, it's
4.
between Isaac and Rafa.
Yep.
And maybe Ollie.
So that's why
I think Kimmy
yeah.
should be eliminated. I don't think he will because he'll be nominated
He
for it
did
because
great.
he did well.
And it's also Kimmy Antonelli
He's
and it.
the
Also-
rookie
the
of the
golden
year
child.
in Toto's heart.
Also, Kimmy came in with more expectations than the rest of them.
Was I talking with one of you guys or someone else where it was like when they took so long to make the decision to switch the cars back because they had to call Toto? Was that you, Sydney? Or I was talking with somebody and they were like in Mexico when Kimmy when they were like
maybe you did mention this to me.
when someone was like, because George was like, I'm the faster car, even though I've got a McLaren up my ass, I'm the faster car, and he was like, if I don't make it, you can have Kimmy ahead again, and then Kimmy was like, I want my seat back, and it was like someone said that why it took so long because they were asking Toto.
Interesting. I didn't see that.
I thought that was a funny take.
Yeah, that is a funny take. Anyways, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We will have to stay tuned for Rookie of the Year, for World Drivers' Championship, for everything, and for the final 3 races of the season. So stay tuned on our YouTube for new podcast episodes and on our Instagram and TikTok at Lights Out Latest. Bye, guys.